We have big developments this morning following a major election night victory for Democrats in Virginia. Here's where things stand right now. Democrats are now pledging a, quote, maximum warfare campaign moving forward between now and the midterm elections. The gerrymandering efforts throughout the country have seemingly backfired on Speaker Johnson and President Trump, as the gamble that they started back last year has now turned out to be a net loss for Republicans, as Democrats have gained more seats in the House due to this mid-decade redistricting effort. Congress has already begun investigations into the president and those around him today, launching an investigation into the FBI director's alleged alcoholism, all while Trump fears possible impeachment, and the war in Iran continues as Iran has now seized multiple commercial tankers this morning. So lots to cover. I have the latest. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to my Substack, as always, support my work. Link below. I want to begin, though, by showing you a critical piece. This is Executive Director Steve Tama of the White House Correspondents Association for the upcoming dinner. Remember, guess who was invited? We know Brendan Carr was invited. Pete Hegseth was invited. I am refusing to go to this dinner, even though I've had the opportunity to do so, because I don't believe that we should be celebrating people who attack the First Amendment, and I believe in taking a stand. But the executive director of the White House Correspondents Association said that independent journalists were not news, would never be news, and would never be invited to the dinner. That's a direct quote from him. Well, we are news, we will be news, and we don't want to go to the dinner because we have your support behind us. So subscribe to my Substack, link below to support independent media. This morning, in big developments, investigations and subpoenas for the White House and cabinet officials are coming. Right now, Mike Johnson and Donald Trump's gamble to start this mid-decade redistricting effort has failed, because what we're seeing is a net loss for Republicans. Here's what it looks like today. In California, Democrats gained 4 to 5 seats. In Missouri, Republicans gained a seat. In North Carolina, Republicans gained a seat. In Ohio, Republicans gained anywhere from 0 to 2 seats. In Texas, 2 to 4 seats. In Utah, Dems gained a seat. And in Virginia, Dems gained up to 4 seats. When you look at that range, Democrats potentially have gained 6 more seats than Republicans as a result of this effort. And well, today, Republican officials are very fearful of what that could mean for the president. Impeachment, subpoenas, investigations for the White House and cabinet officials. And that's why you're going to see a major shakeup in Donald Trump's cabinet between now and November. Many officials don't want to open themselves up to congressional investigations. Quote, Jeffries had a warning to Johnson. I told Mike Johnson in July of last year, if you go down this road, it's not going to work for you. And at the end of the day, his best case scenario was that he would net 0 seats, but force at least 10 Republicans who are incumbents into premature retirement. And now Jeffries is pledging, quote, maximum warfare everywhere, saying that Democrats did not step back. We fought back. When they go low, we hit back hard. We won Prop 50 in California, reclaimed a seat in Utah, pushed back extremists in Ohio, and halted efforts in Indiana, New Hampshire, Nebraska, and Kansas. Now, Republicans are considering redrawing the Florida legislature and Florida maps. But here's the thing. Florida has a constitutional kind of set of guidelines on how to do these things. They're not going to be able to do it, I'll predict. But if they did, and I'm from Florida, they won't be able to do it. But if they did somehow find a way to get around it, Jeffries is saying that, you know what, we're going to aggressively target Mario Diaz-Balart, Maria Elvira Salazar, Carlos Jimenez, Kat Kamek, Anna Paulina Luna, Laura Lee, Corey Mills, and Brian Mast. We're going to target all of them. We are prepared to win maximum warfare everywhere, all the time. And Republicans are not happy. This is what Laura Loomer had to say. I warned you all about what would happen in Virginia before it happened. I sent this to many people in GOP leadership and reported on the dark money in Virginia before any other media outlet. The Republicans deliberately allowed for the Democrats to redistrict Virginia. They could have amplified. How come the Republicans didn't do anything to stop Barack Obama's coup in Virginia? That's the prevailing narrative from Republicans this morning. And well, they're not ruling out, Democrats at least are not ruling out impeaching the president, which is something he is actually fearful of.
Donald Trump has said publicly that he's afraid that you will impeach him if Democrats get control of the House of Representatives. Should he be afraid of impeachment?
We have some news right now.
Well, we haven't ruled anything in and we haven't ruled anything out. But Donald Trump should start conducting himself like a president who complies with the law as opposed to someone who continues to abuse power and unleash the Department of Justice to target people who he perceived to be his political adversaries. And so we're going to have to look at all of these things.
And investigations have already begun. This morning, this was sent to FBI Director Patel from members of Congress, demanding that he complete and submit to, under oath, under the penalty of perjury, to a test regarding his alcoholism, an audit form, saying that they have very deep concerns over the FBI director's excessive drinking and unexplained absences, and demanding that he submit to this test by April 28th. Now, the war in Iran is continuing, by the way, all while this is happening. And while Donald Trump claims that Iran is collapsing financially, saying that they are starving for cash, this is how the Iranians responded, actively trolled by the Iranians. This was posted on official Iranian channels this morning in response to what Donald Trump is doing in response to the ceasefire. Now, if you want to know what Republicans are concerned about, here's what James Comer had to say.
This doesn't pass the smell test. Yeah. Nuclear scientists missing or deceased, that's a huge problem.
Absolutely. And what's being done to protect scientists right now in classified fields? Should they be worried?
Well, I think so. And that's one reason we've reached out to these government agencies. We're getting briefings from them now. We want to make sure that not only do the employees know there's a potential threat out there, but that the agencies are providing adequate security and ensuring that at the end of the day, not only are the employees protected, but the intellectual property is protected as well. Because if these are related, the reason that these people have died mysteriously and are missing is because of the intellectual property that by all accounts, the United States has the superior nuclear program in the world. So all the usual suspects, China, North Korea, Iran, Russia, they're all, on the suspect list, but there are a lot of, Eastern European countries and other countries that could be involved as well. Or
that's the latest right now. I'll have more updates for you soon. As always, subscribe to my Substack, click the link below to support my work, like, comment, share, get the word out, and I'll see you soon.